How's it going, everybody? Robin here. Welcome to my channel, Oracle Rising. So guys, I'm having a little chat to you about a full moon coming in, and this is going to be on May 26th, and the full moon is moving into the zodiac sign of Sagittarius. So I have looked up some aspects of spirituality or life that can happen to you under a full moon in the zodiac sign of Sagittarius, and I'm going to give you also some attributes of Sag, so you'll know that these are going to be available to you because the moon is resonating with Sag. Okay, so I brought in my deck, the Deviant Moon, and I'm going to shuffle it and use this as part of my conversation with you today. This is also going to be a lunar eclipse. There's a lot going on with this moon. It's going to be very powerful. So a lunar eclipse can represent an impending evolution. So this is always nice to hear when you are on the treadmill of life, because sometimes it feels like when you're on a treadmill, there's a lot of energy going into it, but you're going nowhere. So the wheel could turn for you, okay? Fate's wheel, karma's wheel, just the wheel of your life, finally making progress somewhere, okay? So I think that's really beautiful. Sagittarius is a fire sign, so there's a lot of that energy available, like I was saying before in the intro. Sagittarius, they are known for being very adventurous, optimistic. They have a very sunny personality. They are bold, funny, and they enjoy conversations. So if you're ordinarily a shy, quiet person, you could find yourself really bubbling up with all the energy of Sagittarius, and I love that. I know quite a few Sagittarius in my life, and as a sister's fire sign, I really enjoy their company. We have some really fiery conversations. So anyway, Sagittarius is probably going to pay you a visit so that you can really resonate with that energy. And I love everything about that. So I do have 6 points here that the full moon is going to bring in for you and that you can take advantage of, which is why I like to talk about this stuff. So this could be a really good time for you guys, and I'm shuffling the Deviant Moon, to re-examine some spiritual practices. And I'm going to share with you something that has been going on for me for a while, and I really just don't know what to do with it. And then I'm doing the research, and it says you might want to re-examine spiritual practices, and something that I've been kind of struggling with is my meditation practice. It just feels like it's not working, like I'm not connecting, I'm not in the mood to meditate, and this is something that has been part of my life for years. And it's like, I just don't want to. It's like I can't settle my brain down. So maybe it's time for me to reevaluate the importance of meditation in my life. So I'm going to pull a card for that. Oh, this is really interesting. So I pulled the Three of Cups. So I find this kind of helpful for me, and maybe it's time to start sharing your spiritual practices with other people. And for me, maybe that means meditating with other people. But right now, where I live, we're in a very restricted lockdown. Like, we can't do anything with anybody, okay? So is there something that you could be sharing with other people, or maybe learning from other people, or maybe it's time to find a new meditative guide? And I find that really interesting. That came to me right now because somebody put in the comments of another video that I did, they recommended a meditative guide, Brian Scott, and I still haven't looked him up. So maybe I just need a refresher. Like for myself, I evolved through numerous meditative guides, and I use people on YouTube. I started with Jason Stevenson, and then I listened to Power Thoughts Meditation Club quite a bit, and then Kenneth Suarez, and then my go-to has been Steve Noble. Or I'll just do like meditate to music, but it just hasn't been resonating for me. So maybe I need to find somebody that I connect with a little bit more deeply now with the Three of Cups. And this is saying to find people that resonate with that vibration of whatever it is that you're doing, or find a collective to do that with. Or maybe, I don't know, is there like Zoom calls that people meditate with? So give that some thought, you guys. And for me, that was very like eye-opening. So that helped me out quite a bit. So I hope it helped you to some degree. Oh, great. Lacey found a bone. What are you doing? She's just looking at me. It's so obnoxious when she gets that, but I mean, she's so cute. So we'll see how loud she gets. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Anyway, this could be a time for you guys to release inhibitions. Okay, so if you know fire signs, I have to stop her. I'm really sorry. Where were we? Okay, so we were talking about this could be a good time to release inhibitions. Like if you're a shy person, you might want to leave that behind. If there's something that you're considering doing, like in the public, or you want to start dancing or singing, you're holding back somewhere in your life. Why is that happening? And this is a good time to let go of that all. I talk about fear quite a bit, and I know a lot of people do. Like fear, everything you want is on the other side of fear. So fear is what inhibits you from doing things. Some people are afraid of making a fool out of themselves. I know lots of people are terrified of public speaking, just whatever it is. You might hold back on asking somebody out because you're afraid of being turned down. But what if they say yes? You know, so let's have a card for releasing inhibitions and get some help. All right. So I pulled the 8 of something. So let's have a look at this picture. So I don't even know what element this card is, okay? I don't see any sort of indication. This is so weird. Okay, so I'm just going to look at the image and I'll agonize over what this card is really. If somebody knows, you can throw me a bone. You can see the larger creature squashing down that nagging voice on the inside. And this is what we all have to do. Be in control of your inner saboteur and that voice that is holding you back. Everybody has this voice. Everybody has this nagging, whining voice that says, you can't do that, you suck, you're gonna flop, you're gonna fail. And if you guys need some inspiration, there are so many fails of people falling on stage, falling off of stage, forgetting the words, like missing a step, wiping out, you know. The key is to get back up again and keep on trying and not listen to that voice. It is this voice, that inhibiting voice, that stops people from achieving their dreams. And I really, really wish I knew what card this was, but I'm just going to move on. See, I mean, if I was afraid of the result of everything that I did on a video, if I was going to worry about what everybody thought about, oh, well, she couldn't remember that card, I would probably never do another video. But I'm like, okay, well, that's the way it is, and I'm just going to move on. So I've seen some videos, you guys, like, I saw this one where Beyonce, she was singing and she went down into, like, in front of the audience from the stage. And there was these big fans, like, blowing, obviously, air onto the stage to keep her cool while she was performing. But she accidentally sat in front of one. So all of her hair got stuck in the fan, right? So she kept on singing, man. Like, she just kept on singing, and one of the bodyguards or whoever, one of her minders, came up and just sort of pulled her hair out from the fan, and she soldiered through, and Madonna has fallen off the stage, and you know, Ariana Grande wiped out and she fell on top of one of her dancers, and she kept on singing. She was on her back, she was just singing away, and she was giggling, but she kept on singing. So don't have a fear of failure. Everybody fails. Everybody makes a big mess, you know? So who cares? It's a good story. Just keep on going. So looking at the bigger picture. So when we have our sort of Groundhog Day mentality, it's kind of one foot in front of the other. What is this even for sometimes? But to sit back and look at how big everything is, and your contribution to the fabric of life, and what is your ultimate goal, and just kind of like see everything instead of what am I doing today? And it can be a little bit overwhelming sometimes, but you know, every small step that you take gets you one step closer to your goal. Okay, so let's have a card for that, and hopefully I'll be able to figure out what it is. All right, so we have the Knight of Cups. So in this guy, he looks like a snail. So he's inching forward, and just to bring passion into everything that you do, you know, offering love. And I guess that's all you can do is share your love and move forward. And look at everything, you guys. Look at everything and how far you've come. You know, a lot of people don't recognize the depth of their accomplishment. So sit back and look at everything, and then look at where you need to go. Infuse every single slow, lethargic, boring, sometimes it's not always that way, but it can feel that way, like one day is exactly the same as the next or the last. So just remember the love and the passion and why you're doing everything. Like, what is your goal? What is your goal? Okay, so the next one is kind of interesting. It said this could be a time of unexpected endings. All right, so I mean, you got to be cool with that, you know, and it's not always good things that end. It's like, it could be a bad thing that's ending, like your streak of poverty or bad luck or your dry spell, you know, your drought in whatever. It doesn't always have to be the ending of something happy, you know, so let's not get hung up on that until we pull a card. So whatever does end for you, you just got to keep going. And I find this is a very sort of like a theme of what I'm giving you guys. You just got to keep going, one foot in front of the other, even if sometimes it feels like you're dragging your butt behind you, you know. The Two of Pentacles is still dancing to the beat of life and finding joy and passion in everything that you do, and life will go on no matter what part of it ends for you. So, and some endings are happier than others, and some really suck, you know. Friendships end, you know, people pass to the other side of the veil, and you'll be amazed at how life does not stop and wait for you. So you got to keep on going with that Two of Pentacles, and eventually you'll catch back up with life. So heightened intuition, this is something that happens anyway during a really full moon cycle. You'll be able to sense things a little bit more. You could be some sort of an empath, and my next video is going to be on the different types of empaths. Okay, so heightened intuition. Oh, so you could get the sense with this particular Six of Pentacles that somebody does not have your best interest at heart. They are holding back and giving you just a little bit of a breadcrumb. You might finally tune into that and go, this situation is not good for me, which could precipitate the unexpected ending because you're finally seeing somebody's motivation. Look at you trying to scrabble your way up, and somebody has an excess of something and they're just giving you a little tiny bit. And this is like, I really see this in your love life or a friendship where you're the one doing all the work and not getting anything in return. So you're going to have a moment of clarity when it comes to where you fit in a particular scheme of your life, you know, in any area, love, work, friendship, family. Sometimes blood is not thicker than water, so I'm all for cutting relationships that do not serve your highest good. You know, I think it's important to normalize not having relationships with people in your family if they are toxic or if they are not giving you what you need as a person, or they're talking down to you, or all of that negative stuff. And this could also be a turning point related to struggles, okay? Which is really, really good. It's good news, okay? So let's have a card for that. A turning point related to struggles. You've got the Queen of Swords, okay? So this will come because of your own strategy. The Queen of Swords, she doesn't take anybody's flack. Okay, she cuts through everything. She's got two swords here. She's going after what she wants, and she's not taking no for an answer. So this is a beautiful energy for a turning point that relates to struggles, because you're done struggling. It's just going to be the final straw. Like, where is everything that I want right now? And I'm fiercely going to go after it. So you guys have some really powerful cards here for the full moon lunar eclipse in the zodiac sign of Sagittarius. So take advantage of it. Really examine your life right now. What needs to come in, what needs to go out, and have fun while you're at it, and expect things to really change for you under this full moon. All right, guys. Peace. Bye.